back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a channel for you guys. And I wanted to bring you guys out here. I'm at my mom's house and I'm moving in with her, and I wanted to show you guys the beautiful view that I have. Let me turn this around. Like right here, there's sunflowers. Look at that. How beautiful. It's really peaceful out here. I don't really hear cars. I wish I heard more birds, but there's not that many trees. It's just really quiet. And then as soon as I said I wanted to hear more birds, I started hearing more. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But anyways, I want to get into the channel that I have for you guys today. If you are finding this, then this message is for you. So, your winter season is going to be your come up, I'm hearing. While other people get put into a cycle of rest and reflection, because you have already done that in the summertime, in the summer period, you instead are having your summer era in the winter. Life is going to look a lot brighter for you in the winter. The summer felt hot and dry and dead because of how hot it is. But in the winter, it's like everything is going to come alive. And you're going to be so inspired to finish your projects, to do the things that God has called you to do. You're going to have more energy, more motivation, more ideas. And you're no longer going to feel so heavy. God is going to show you exactly what you're meant to be doing. You are going to receive blessings, and you need to accept those blessings into your life and let them teach you. Let them mold you. Because some of these blessings are going to ask more of you, for more responsibility. It could be a new job or a new project, or could be a new person. Or it could be that you get accepted back into school. Whatever it is, it's going to ask more of you. And it's going to feel hard at first, but eventually it's just going to become so a part of your routine that it doesn't feel like work anymore. And I'm thinking of my YouTube channel. How in the beginning it felt really hard for me to make videos or come up with ideas or actually sit down and make the video. And now it is such a joy. It's such a privilege to make the video and then post it online and then have it reach people that need it. And eventually I can see that eventually it's going to reach people and they're going to let me know how much it helped, and we can start a conversation, and I can have more confirmation that this is what I'm meant to be doing. But I don't need it. I don't need the validation, because I feel it in my soul. It brings me joy. And that's a message that God has been giving me a lot lately, is to follow your joy. Because that is what you're meant to be doing for the rest of your life. Whatever makes you happy. So I like to write these pages of just like random phrases and things that come into my mind when I'm at church. and one of the things that I wrote down, and I read it right now, is what you lost will be restored with better. What you lost will be restored with better. And this is tied to my last channel. It was called What You Lost Was Never Meant to Stay. Things were pulled away from your life because in the long run, it would have hindered you from being able to do the work that God needs you to do. You are a light. You are an inspiration. You are... I'm hearing ecstatic. You are ecstatic. I don't know. Maybe your enthusiasm is going to be something that inspires a lot of people. You are set apart. You have a calling. Not everybody can do what God has called you to do. God chose you for a reason. And it doesn't make you better than anybody. It just, everybody has their roles to play. And your role is to activate people with your words. Your voice is power. Your expression is healing. Your being has the power to reach people's soul and bring it out of them. Your being. You turn your pain into beauty. And people can tell. And you are basically giving people the blueprint of how to be. That's exactly what Jesus did. He gave people the blueprint of how to be in order to stop suffering. In order to help others who suffer as well. Listen and believe. Believe in yourself. You have heard the calling. Any ideas that have been going over in your mind that God has been pushing you to start, but you just haven't started, you need to listen and you need to believe that you can actually make it happen, because you can. And this is your message to just start. There was one day where I just started my YouTube channel and I didn't stay consistent immediately. I just started with one video, but you know, then it ended up happening that I got inspired to make another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then there was that point where I was inspired to make one every single day. And that's what got me the growth that I have now. And now I'm coming back to that. Even though I took like 3 months off, I'm coming back to staying consistent. And it doesn't feel like work. I want to do this. This makes me happy. So stop doubting yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't tell yourself, oh, I don't have time. There is time. I know there is time. And maybe you might have to sacrifice a little bit, but there is time. You can make it. Don't hold yourself back just because you're afraid of the uncertain. Just because you don't know what will come of it. A lot of people love their comfort zones. Because they know what to expect. But you will not be happy unless you take risks. You will always feel like there is something missing unless you leap, unless you go after what you really want, what your heart is calling you to. Don't limit God. Don't limit what God can do also. If your excuse is, well, I have to work, I can't make time for this project because I have to work because I have bills to pay. Don't limit God. If you do the work, if you obey, God is going to reward you. And God, not just reward you, God will give you what you need to keep doing what He is calling you to do. He will give you food on your table. He will give you a place to live. He will make a way. He will take care of you. That is not something you should be worrying about. Surrender that to God, actually. Let God take care of you so that you can take care of the rest. I like that. Let God take care of you so that you can take care of the rest. Let me pause this so that I know I know what I want the title to be. So something that stood out on this paper is set my people free. That is God's message to you. Set my people free. God wants to use you to awaken people because so many people are asleep, or so many people don't know what to do with themselves. So many people are lost and they need a shepherd, or they need, they need guidance. I'm not maybe I shouldn't I shouldn't make you out to be Jesus, because there's nobody like Jesus. But we should all try to be like Him. And He saved a lot of people. He continues to save people because He took risks. He wasn't afraid of the consequences. He just did what God told Him to do. And you have to set people free. From their own cages, from their minds. So be bold. Be bold with your words. Be bold with your messages. Be bold with your projects. Stop holding yourself back. Stop monitoring yourself so much. Just let God speak through you. Let God use your voice. Let God use your vessel. Let God take you to places and listen to Him when He says, speak to this person. Speak to this person. Reach out to this person. I know that it's scary because maybe you're scared of rejection. Maybe you're scared to get hurt. Maybe you're scared to overstep. But Jesus was fucking bold. Like, he walked into the tabernacles, the churches, and He flipped tables and said, "You're all wrong." That's how bold we're supposed to be. Stop making yourself small, because you're not small. You are a giant in a little body. You are not small. In the spiritual realm, you are a freaking giant. You are your ancestor incarnated. All your ancestors are like holding their breath and like waiting to see what you do, because you are fulfilling a prophecy. They have set the stage. They have set the path for you, but they are seeing you walk it, and walk it in a way that they never would have been able to. You were incarnated in this life for a reason, and you were chosen what's the word? The word transformation, like, the only thing going in my head is transformation. You were chosen to transform the world. You're playing a big part in creating a utopia. But first, God has to dismantle what has already been built. he has to knock down the tower. And that takes me to this other journal where I wrote. Or was it in this one? Wait, where did I write it? Oh, the tower has crumbled. The tower has crumbled. The tower has crumbled. It's a new age. And although it has crumbled, God's timing is very different from our own. So what for him could be an instant, for us could be years of watching this world as we know it be dismantled, be destroyed, really. And then we have to be part of the rebuilding. And I'm not entirely sure what role you have to play. The only thing I know is that you will be helping people wake up and stay awake. You will be helping people stay aware. We have to stay vigilant at this time because there is a lot of spiritual warfare going on, and the closer you get to God, the more you will be attacked. And it's so important that you learn to protect yourself, that you are in an environment that is healthy, and that how do I say it? You have to make sure that you're in an environment that generates good feelings and comfort and light, that generates light within you. If you are surrounded by people who do not make you feel good, who drain you, who you're constantly getting in arguments with, somebody who you can't trust, you need to take a step back. You need to put distance between you and them, because having them in your life will only confuse you and will only set you back. And yes, we should help people and save people, and we should have grace for people, but if they are getting in the way of your calling, if they are just making you confused, making you feel lost, just because you're holding on to them, you need to let them go. You need to surrender it to God. Maybe it's not letting them go forever, but you need to surrender it to God. And again, take a step back so that you could gain the clarity that you need on whether they should be in your life or not. You can help people by praying for them from afar. You can help people from a distance. You don't have to be there. Because if they have demons inside of them that they are not aware of, those demons will do anything they can to trigger you, to knock you off the path, to drain you so that you don't even have energy for what God needs you to do. I don't know. That's just something that's been so apparent lately, is that there is a lot of spiritual warfare going on, and it is a battle. And it's a battle that I feel like I'm winning, but I feel like I'm winning it when I'm with my mom, when I'm here at her house. And my mom is a Christian, and I don't completely agree with everything that she believes, but this house and she feels pure, and she prays for me, and she will protect me. I know she will protect me. She always does. And when I was back at home with my dad, like, he barely even looks at me. He barely talks to me. I barely talk to him. It's not fully him. But while he's in his room, like I'm just sitting there like trying to be at peace, and he's like yelling and like screaming really bad, stupid fucking game, blah blah. Like that's how my dad is while he's playing this freaking game on his phone. Like, it's just a game on his phone, and he gets so triggered and such a negative energy to be around. And my grandpa, like, anytime I ask him for anything, if I need a ride to just go get food, he's like, oh, you're already starting to bother me. And so yeah, like, I am not taken care of there, and if I were to get kidnapped, they probably wouldn't even notice. So I'm glad to be with my mom. I feel safer with my mom, and I feel protected from any spiritual warfare or any like negative energy that anybody might be sending me. So the thing that is standing out to me is something that God keeps repeating to me. Stop looking back at the past and look forward to your future. I find myself getting in these thought loops, and you keep in mind your thoughts are energy. Every time you think a thought, you are spending energy, and especially if they're thoughts that are not productive. And so I find myself thinking about my boyfriend who just passed away, and thinking about what could have went wrong, the pain that he was going through before the end, the spiritual warfare that he was facing. And it has been like 3 weeks now since he passed away. And it doesn't serve me to think about those things, because I won't get the answers. And the more that I keep looking back there, the less time I'm spending planning for my future or thinking of all the possibilities that could happen. I take myself to a dark time when I think about the past. But if I look forward to the future, it's just so bright. And I need to spend my time thinking about that, about the bright future I am going to have. And if you're watching this, like, that's a message for you. There's probably thought loops going on in your head about what you could have done different, things that you regretted, people that you left behind, wondering if you made the wrong decisions, thinking about the pain that people caused you, thinking, like, it's just, the past doesn't exist anymore. You are in the present, and the present is a gift. Why are you going to ruin your present moment by thinking about the past, thinking about what hurt you? So come to the present and look forward to your future. And praise your existence. You are alive. You are alive. That is a gift, and you need to make the most of this life. Having death so close to me has really made me aware of my mortality, and for a while I was scared of death. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting paradox, because now that I'm really like afraid of death, I don't want to have any regrets. I want to do everything that I have been too afraid to do because I'm afraid of death. But now I'm just really aware, like, I only have this life to be me, to experience I do believe in reincarnation, but the next me is not going to have the same desires that this me has. And so I owe it to myself to experience what I've always wanted to experience, and to stop being afraid. Or to be afraid and doing it anyways. Praise your existence. I really like that. I wrote that down today at church. And dance like no one is watching. I was seeing my pastor during worship. He was dancing, like he looked like a little kid again, and he was just dancing, and he was like closing his eyes, and it looked like he was praising his existence, praising God, but like praising the feeling of God and the feeling of the Holy Spirit. And it reminded me of how I used to dance when I would walk my dog down down a busy road, and then on the trail where there's people passing by me, and I would just dance like I did not care. I had my headphones on, I was in my own little world, and I would just dance. And my happiness probably triggered some people. You know, some people probably thought it was weird. Other people thought maybe I wanted attention or I was doing too much. But then I know it inspired other people who just needed to smile, needed to see a girl being happy and weightless, and needed to see somebody smile so that they could have permission to smile, so that they could have permission to be free, so that they could have permission to dance and not care that people can see you. And another thing that I wrote down today, this was from the verse 1 Thessalonians 4:13. And it's not written exactly this way, but it says, "Do not grieve like those with no hope." Do not grieve like those with no hope. Hope has also been a word that has been on my mind since my boyfriend passed away, because that is something that he gave me, was hope. Because before that, I wasn't sure that true love existed. Before meeting him, I wasn't sure that a man can treat me the way that I always wanted to be treated. I was convinced that maybe I was just meant to be alone for the rest of my life. But then he came. He came and he surprised me. And he showed me that what I wanted, what I was asking God for, that it exists. And even though he was always in pain, even though the relationship wasn't perfect, he made me feel so loved and taken care of. And I just know now that it isn't hard for somebody to love me. It isn't hard for somebody to rise and be the man that I need. And if people are not willing, then it's because they're not meant to be a part of my life. It's because they won't be able to hold me the way that I need to be held. They don't know how. And maybe they're just not the one for me, right? But God does have somebody for me. Somebody who will be around longer. I only had like a little over 2 months with my boyfriend, but it was the most healing 2 months of my life. And it was hard because I was facing a lot of spiritual warfare at the same time, because he was facing spiritual warfare, but there was just lots of parts where God gave me a new faith, a new hope, through Elijah, through my boyfriend. And now there is no reason to grieve, because Elijah is in a better place. He's not worried about me right now. He just wants me to be happy. He doesn't want me to be sad, because I feel that he is happy wherever he is. And there's no reason to grieve, because God will send me somebody who will love me and hold me in the same way, and probably better than Elijah did. So there's no reason to be sad or to think that maybe that was my only chance at real love, because I know that that's not true. Now I'm reading, nothing can separate you from the love of God. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. And God is about to show you just how much he loves you. And he's going to show you through other people. He's going to show you through new opportunities. He is going to show you your divinity. He's going to show you the role that you are going to play in other people's lives, or the role that you already play in other people's lives. It's going to be made so clear to you. And it's going to make it easier to obey. You're going to stop doubting yourself, because God is going to show you who his child is. God is going to show you who he created you to be. So again, stop holding yourself back. Trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, then you don't trust God. Your faith needs to be strong. That's the only word that came to mind. Your faith needs to be strong. You cannot have any doubts, because those doubts will grow bigger. Your faith needs to be bigger than your doubt. So expect blessings, because blessings are falling upon you. It's raining down from the sky. Everything that you are worrying about will be handled by God. Either God will show you how to handle it, or God will handle it himself, and you won't even have to do anything. But your priority needs to be to act on your purpose. Oh my gosh, this freaking mosquito. And to protect yourself. Your priority is also to protect yourself. Excuse me. Because the more you keep acting on your purpose, the more you keep helping people, the more you keep waking people up. I don't know if the devil exists, but the powers that be will do everything in their power to stop you. Because even they know the transformation that you are going to do for this world. This transmuting. You are going to transmute people's pain. If you don't know what that word means, you should look it up. I'm trying to think of a way I could say it. But like, you absorb people's pain and you release it for them. Literally, the wind started picking up. Everything that people hold inside, you take it and you hold it for them, and then you release it and turn it into light. And the enemy doesn't want you to do that. The enemy loses power every time we wake people up, because they are reliant on us being asleep and poisoning ourselves, pretty much. Killing ourselves. Mentally, physically, spiritually. When you wake people up, and when people start breaking away from the matrix that they built around us, when we start taking care of ourselves and our bodies, and we start eating better, we start consuming better things, then they have no power. And all they want is power. So you are a threat to the enemy. You are a threat to darkness. They know that light is greater. Light is always greater. Light will always light the darkness. Light will push the darkness away. And you have an aura of light. You are protected. If God hasn't shown you that, you are very protected. But you need to increase your protection. Your aura field of light needs to get greater, so that nothing can be around you that can hurt you. So yeah, okay, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes, but thank you for watching. I really felt like I needed to make this video. And I want to give you guys more messages, so let me know that you resonated. Let me know if you have anything else to add. I love you. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Believe in yourself.